Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Polyglot Wannabe. Today it is time for a second Croatian language lesson and we will learn part of speech nouns. Part of speech or vrste riječi on Croatian. In the Croatian language there are 10 parts of speech. We have changeable words, promjenjive riječi, and unchangeable words, nepromjenjive riječi. Let's learn the first type of changeable words, nouns. Nouns or imenice. What are nouns? Nouns are words that name beings, people, animals, things, places, feelings. They can be common, opće, like a chair, stolica, a table, stol, a bed, krevet. They can be proper, vlastite, such as names of people, cities, rivers. For example, Petra, Zagreb, Kupa. These are always written with a capital letter. They can be abstract, abstraktne, the ones that we can touch, such as love, ljubav, hate, mržnja, beauty, ljepota. They can be collective, zbirne, meaning they refer to a group as a single entity. For example, drveće refers to trees as a collective group, not individual trees. Nouns can be of masculine, feminine, or neuter gender. The grammatical gender of nouns denoting living beings most often corresponds to their biological sex. For example, boy, dječak is masculine gender. Muški rod, father, dad, otac, tata, son, sin, brother, brat, king, kralj. All of them are masculine gender. Ženski rod or feminine gender, mother, mom, majka, mama, daughter, kćer, sister, sestra, queen, kraljica. All of them are feminine gender. Can you remember more examples? So for example, actor, glumac je muški rod. Princess, princeza, ženski rod. Waiter, konobar, muški rod. Okay, I think that is enough examples. You got it, right? But what about other words that are not living beings? And here is where things become a bit complicated. For objects and plants, gender is just a grammar rule. The word itself is male, female, or neuter, and there is no reason for it. For example, a bed, krevet, is the masculine gender, and that is just how it is. But there are two tricks to help you determine a word's gender. We can determine the gender of a noun by placing the demonstrative pronoun this, ovaj, for masculine, ova for feminine, and ovo for neuter, in front of it in the singular nominative case. There are exceptions, around 1% to this, but in the majority of cases it will be correct. The second trick to determine the gender of a noun is by its ending in the nominative singular case. Don't ask what that is, just remember it like a word that you find in dictionary, so dictionary form. So let's try the first trick. Let's try it with the word chair, stolica. Ovaj stolica. That doesn't sound right. Ovo stolica. That doesn't sound right either. Ova stolica. That's it. So stolica is feminine gender. Okay, now you. Let's try it with the word house, kuća. Ovaj kuća. How does that sound? Ovo kuća. Or maybe this is right. Ova kuća. Which one is correct? Ova kuća. It is feminine again. Okay, one more example to see do you understand this. Let's try with the word sea, more. Ovaj more. How does it sound? Ovo more. Maybe this is right. Ova more. Which one is correct? Ovo more. It is neuter this time. And now, time for the second trick, which is more boring because you need to remember endings. But maybe you will get it easier because maybe sometimes it is hard to say which is correct with ovaj, ovo, or ova. Most nouns of the masculine gender end with a consonant. For example, clock, sat, ends with the consonant T. And it should be muški rod. But there are exceptions, so always double check with the first trick that we learned. Ovaj sat, ovo sat, ova sat, ovaj. So it is muški rod. Night, noć, ends with the consonant č, right? So it should be muški rod. Should we double check it just in case? Ovaj noć, Ova noć, ova noć. But ova seems to fit better than ova. Is it feminine? Yes, it is. See, that is why we always need to double check it. Most nouns of the feminine gender end with the vowel A. Book, knjiga, ends with the A. Coffee, kava, ends with the A. Water, voda, ends with the A. Love, ljubav, ends with the consonant V. So is it muški rod? Should we double check it just in case? Ova je ljubav, ovo ljubav, ova ljubav. The winner is ova ljubav. So it is feminine gender. Abstract nouns are often feminine gender. Srednji rod, neuter gender. Most nouns of the neuter gender end with the vowel O or E. Sky, nebo, ends with the vowel O. Letter, pismo, ends with the vowel O. Sun, sunce, ends with the vowel E. Time for a quiz. Dog, pas. Which gender is it? 3, 2, 1. Ovaj pas, ending in consonant, muški rod. Village, selo. Which gender is it? 3, 2, 1. Ovo selo, ending in vowel O, srednji rod. And we are finished for today. I hope you enjoyed learning Croatian with me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. If you want more quizzes just like this, check out my Patreon page, Polyglot Wannabe, link in the description. Bye everyone, see you next time!